Hobart International. Going to be another good day. We've got opening round singles action still to complete today, and some good matches coming up later on at the Domain Tennis Centre here in Hobart. And our first match is Klara Zakopalova, the third seed from the Czech Republic, and Timea Babos of Hungary. And the players, as you can see, are warming up. Let's tell you a little bit more about the two players today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Day 3 action at the 2013 Moorilla Hobart International. Our first match on centre court is a first round singles match. And let's introduce the two players. 2012 was a career best year for Timea Babos, winning her first title on the WTA in Mexico. There was also a semi-final appearance at the tournament in Bogota. The number 72 in the world also represented her country at the London Olympics. She has 9 ITF singles titles and is making her main draw debut at the 2013 Moorilla Hobart International. Please welcome from Hungary, Timea Babos. Klara Zakopalova entered the world's top 30 for the first time in 2012 off the back of 2 semi-finals and 3 quarter-final appearances, plus reaching the 4th round of the French Open. She's a 2-time winner on the WTA and an 11-time finalist, including in last week's tournament in China. Her best result at the Moorilla Hobart International in her 6 appearances here is reaching the semi-finals in 2011. Please welcome back to Hobart the third seed from the Czech Republic, Klara Zakopalova. And your umpire. And your umpire for this match from Russia, Anastasia Koshaleva. So, the introduction for our two players today. This is the first meeting between this pair. I'll give you the schedule for the rest of today. We've got one more singles match in the day session to follow this. Elena Vesnina taking on the number 4 seed, Yaroslava Shvedova. Both players recording good wins in the opening round yesterday. And that was the action that we had last night. A win for Kirsten Flipkens in 3 sets, 7-6 in the final set. And Mona Bartel had a 3-set win over Ashley Barty, 6-love, 6-1, those final 2 sets. Then coming up tonight, we've got Chanel Scapers of South Africa taking on Mona Bartel, who'll back up from finishing after midnight. Number 9 seed. And then Sloane Stephens from the USA did some good things in 2012. We're looking to continue her good form. The number 8 seed taking on Simona Halep of Romania. And completing the first round matches on the outside court, Court Events Tasmania, Bojana Jovanovski will play Annabelle Medina Rodriguez. And then the qualifier, Lauren Davis, in second round action. Recorded a tough 3-set win over Bojana Babusic, 7-6 in the third set. But now take on the number 2 seed, Sorana Castella. And some doubles matches around the place as well. There is the weather forecast, and we're hoping that that first line doesn't eventuate. 25 degrees, we are already around that mark, and yesterday's experience is anything to go by. It will get cooler as the day goes on. Wind already up and about today, so it'll make the conditions tricky for the players. Zakopalova comes in as the 3rd seed for this event. Had a delayed arrival after making the final in Shenzhen in China. The eventual champion there was Li Na. Ranked 23 in the world. Has worked pretty hard over the past 12 months. That 4th round at the French Open was a real highlight. And be looking to repeat that in 2013. The pressure on the players, of course, that have good years and breakout years in one year is to repeat that success and defend the points that they've earned throughout the previous year. So that's what Klara will be looking to do. Playing doubles in this event too with Moorilla Hobart, and has played this tournament 6 times. For Timea Babos, really made a good impression on the WTA, making that transition from ITF level onto the main tour. Winning that event earlier in last year. So again, we see the trend of players choosing to receive serve. And that's understandable too, considering the weather conditions as they are. Might not be the prettiest of tennis, but players will just have to grind out the win today. The winner of this match to play Svetlana Peronkova in the next round. Peronkova with a straight sets win over Arina Camiliabegu yesterday, 6-3, 6-4. So Svetlana will be ready and waiting. That match will be coming up tomorrow to complete the round 2 program.
Chunga. Chungi. Came back. Thanks.
These tournaments that Zakopalova won were a little while ago, back in 2005. Been around for a little while now. 30 years of age. Babos just getting herself started in her career, just 19. It'll be the Hungarian to get us underway. The last of our first round matches on centre courts.
Let's for sauce.
So an adjustment for the players to get used to the conditions. We saw yesterday the end which Babos is serving from is the better end. So that ball again just holding up the breeze. I want to provide that angle so the players will adjust back to this. Babos last week also played in that new WTA event in Shenzhen, losing in the opening round in straight sets. First double fault for the match. Gives you a good idea of how tricky the conditions are. The wind really starting to gust up now. You can hear it in our effects mic. So it means that ball toss is heading forward. Away from Babos. That was well done. Ball was floating in the air. Babos just doing her best to get into the best position possible, making the small adjustments. Playing the safe shot up the line.
Like this. Advantage, Zakopalova.
So I think we'll see breaks of serve the order of the day. See the ball just picking up in the breeze. It's coming around from the north today, which means that, unlike yesterday, Babos is serving with the breeze. So for Zakopalova, the adjustment of hitting into the wind.
Second service.
So it's an adjustment already on that second serve. Ball just plenty of slice. Can we adjust the ball toss? And notice there the wind dropping. Players able to go for their shots a little more. And another break point here for the third seed. So there it is, the break, opening game of the match.
First game.
We'll keep you up to date with the other score on Court Events Tasmania today. Annabelle Medina Garrigues in action, playing Bojana Jovanovski. Match just getting underway. The last of the opening round matches here at the 2013 Moorilla Hobart International.
Klara Zakopalova to serve. Out. 15 off.
Both players an opportunity just to get a sight of each other's games. They would have seen each other a bit on the WTA, but not different when you're playing against one another.
40-30.
And we'll see Zakopalova get to the net as much as possible. Consolidating the break and off to a good start. In form already in 2013. Good run at the tournament in China last week, making it all the way through to the final. Babos expect a slower start, hasn't played as many matches.
Let's first service. 15 love. Oh. 13 off.
Or just coming off the baseline.
14 off.
Babos won that event on clay, very well suited to hard courts. That's taking the breeze and always going away from Babos.
14-15.
Anything even remotely short and Zakopalova will be up to the net. Still game points.
Game, Babos.
Babos is on the board in the opening set. Still down a break though. Zakopalova 2-1 in this opening set.
Time.
Also, I can let you in on a bit of breaking news that Annabelle Medina Garrigues has withdrawn from the event before playing her first round match due to injury. That was announced about half an hour ago. So a late change to the schedule. So it means that lucky loser Maria Teresa Toro Flor will be playing. So swapping one Spaniard for another. And already on that match out there, score update, 3-love to Bojana Jovanovski. So that might also have an impact on the doubles event as well, because Medina Garrigues was top seed in that event. Wasn't due to play her second round match until tomorrow. So I suspect that she'll probably withdraw from the doubles as well, and there'll be a shuffle of the seedings there. Now the event is already underway though. Might see that there might be a team brought in. call from the chair. Zakopalova not happy with that, but tricky again, hitting into the breeze. Although it does appear to have shifted around somewhat in the last 10 minutes or so. It's taking the opportunity between the gusts of wind. Try and capitalise. That wind shifting around to the south that will make things tricky now at Zakopalova's end of the court. And again, just coming off the baseline, skidding through on Babos, who was already on the back foot. You don't mind that too much from Babos. It's really a nothing shot when there's no weather conditions. You struggle with that on an indoor court, but it's also giving a lack of pace to Zakopalova. Has to come up with the big shot. Break points. And there it is. So we're back square in this opening set. 2 games apiece.
2 games all.
Coming up next, Elena Vesnina of Russia and Yaroslava Shvedova, the 4th seed. Could potentially be a shuffle around that doubles match of Shvedova still wants to play, maybe finding her an alternate, or whether there is an alternate available into the draw now that it's already underway. Could potentially be a walkover situation there. Which means for the winner out of Rua, Borena, Vecino, Dominguez, Lino and Sasha Jones and Rebecca Marino could be well and truly through to the semi-finals. We'll wait and see. We'll let you know as soon as we find out some more information there. Didn't curl back enough. This time Zakopalova, who's really quite an aggressive player, likes to be in control of the match. Likes the pace coming to her. So from getting back on level terms, immediately back in trouble. And there it is. So hands the break straight back. Timea Babos and Klara Zakopalova. 3 games to 2. And the players will want to get a move on, because we did see in the forecast a little bit earlier that rain was forecast, and hearing reports that it might be closer than we think. We hope that's not the case. Which will disrupt things today. Hopefully we won't have another late night like we did last night. Fortunately, the shower band that's coming through is quite light. So hopefully there's nothing in it. And we'll be able to get through the day's play and the program. Zakopalova serving at 3-2. Tricky call for the linesperson, who's skewered, but the umpire right there to confirm the call. Way too short from Zakopalova. That was just invited to be put away. I don't know what the wind conditions. Always going to finish off the point at the net. And take a bit of luck as well. Friendly nets here in Hobart. So a lot of them just take the dead net cord and drop over. So Zakopalova in control of this match, 4-2, making the better of the conditions.
Zakopalova leads 4-2.
Yeah, it did just enough. It wasn't the most flattering of volleys, but just enough to get back into the court. Zakopalova stranded behind the baseline. Trying to just get it up that line again, just need to go for so much. The players try and get back up the line in that position. Give themselves a bit more room. It'll still be an impressive shot anyway. Babos would be hopelessly out of position. That's a good net player, be able to put it away. Again, just not making that adjustment for the wind. So Babos just keeping pace. 7th game of this opening set. That's the big weapon from Zakopalova.
14-15. Game.
That'll be enough to hold serve. Babos now trailing still 4 games to 3. Zakopalova with a break in this opening sets. First round singles action, the 2013 Moorilla Hobart International.
Time.
Completely mishits. Good rally from both players.
15.
Babos having to do the legwork there, side to side. Zakopalova in control of that point.
Very close. Yeah, well, cannot touch this one. It's too close.
And that's been a common theme from the umpires. Won't make an overall unless they're absolutely sure, but very tricky on baseline and the far sidelines to make any sort of call. Trying to go for the jamming serve for Zakopalova. Babos getting into position nicely. Score update from
15,
Court Events Tasmania. Bojana Jovanovski 6 games to love the opening sets against Maria Teresa Toro Flor of Spain. It's better taking the opportunity to move forward. Babos that time needs to do a little more of that. And there's the break. We are at 4 games all. This opening sets. Just repeating, Annabelle Medina Garrigues withdrawing from the tournament this morning with injury. So Jovanovski playing the lucky loser. It's been good for the lucky losers, players who miss out in the last round of qualifying. There's 2 of them made it through to the main draw anyway. Nice work, and it's one of the good things about the Zakopalova game. She gradually wear down her opponents. So solid from the back of the court. Will take the opportunities when they present themselves, and Babos knows that she needs to be right on her game, right in rhythm. Nicely done. Good backhand, considering her position in the court. But just not the follow-up, and it's the inconsistency that's the problem. And that was very much a makeable backhand. So there's another break of serve in this opening set. Zakopalova 5 games to 4 now.
Zakopalova leads 5 games to 4.
Come out and serve for this opening set. Update on court events Tasmania. Jovanovski 7 games in a row to start off the match. 6-love, 1-love. That match to be followed by Lauren Davis. Second round action, qualifier from the USA, taking on Sorana Castella, the second seed, who took a little while to get going yesterday. Then eventually got the win over Nina Brachikova.
Time. Would you please frighten him? Thanks.
So, in addition to the ball kid duty, scaring away the seagulls to landed on court. Zakopalova now serving for this opening set.
Love 15.
Nicely done. That was still a good return from Babos, but straight up the middle of the court. So Zakopalova not having to do much work to get onto that forehand. Again, Babos going to that Zakopalova forehand. That's a big shot. So Babos might want to just switch it up and head back to that backhand corner, get some balls into the ad court. Just can't find any answers. Zakopalova getting it done on both wings. Just consistency is the key. Keeping the ball nice and deep. Keeping the ball in play, which is the main thing. And now has set points.
Let's first service. Let's first service.
And there it is. So Klara Zakopalova making the better of the conditions, off to a good start, the number 3 seed. 6 games to 4, the opening sets. And we'll have coaches out on court, the changes sets.
Score update, center court first set, Zakopalova 6-4.
Thanks, Anastasia.
Balls are on that side. Time. Second set. Timea Babos to serve.
So away we go in this second set. And for Timea Babos, we're still in this, very much in this match, but Zakopalova's got better of the conditions, being able to adjust her game. Great forehands like that. Her favourite shot is the backhand side, but seeing some real improvement on that forehand wing.
Love 13.
Just not getting anything going, but that's more the pressure that Zakopalova is putting on here. Getting a good look at these serves, great returns. Ball just drifting, giving it too much air. With this breeze, it's always going to be tricky. Really, it's Zakopalova's play, just rushing Babos at the back of the court, which is proving the difference.
Deuce.
Nicely finished. Tricky ball to hit there because it was drifting across the court.
Advantage, Zakopalova.
Did well, got behind it, plenty of time. And herself another breakpoint opportunity.
Let's. First service.
Ring falling off the finger of Zakopalova. Hurt a little bit. So there is the break of serve in this opening game. And Babos frustrated.
First game.
It's very much in this match, but those unforced errors are proving to be the difference. And it's more off the pressure that's being applied from Zakopalova at the moment.
Off.
Just flattening out that forehand up the line, Zakopalova. Really try and go for the lines there.
40-15.
That's better. So finally got a ball three-quarter court. Was able to really step in and put that away, but those opportunities have been few and far between. An excellent return. Still a game point for Zakopalova. Well done. Good pressure. I know putting up her hand to apologise, but even still, off a miss hit, I'll take that point, grab the game. Just not giving Babos any room to move. Well, they can get back into a match when the opponent's level starts to drop, but Zakopalova is just going along at the moment, hasn't dropped at all. at this match, and so it's Babos that needs to lift to her level.
Out. 15 love.
So now you feel, if you're Babos, that you have to push that little bit harder. Being allowed to play the game on your terms. Stuck in this defensive mode. Nicely done. Good wheels from Zakopalova to get into the nets. And a nice change-up from Babos. As that ball was coming towards her for that drop shot, just took the time to change her grip. Haven't seen too many drop shots in this match so far. So, nice change for Zakopalova to have a look at. Nicely done up the line. Babos a little out of position coming forward into the net there. Playing straight the line. Had to move back into the middle of the court to cover the cross court. This is really crunch time now for Timea Babos. 6-4 does not want to be 3-love down in the second set. Is a long way back. And there it is. So another break of serve. Babos frustrated. Zakopalova in control. 3-love now in this second set. Score update from the other court in operation today. Court Events Tasmania. Bojana Jovanovski 6 games to love and 3 games all against Maria Teresa Toro-Flor. So things tightening up there. Coming up after this match, Elena Vesnina of Russia will take on the 4th seed, Yaroslava Shvedova. And then tonight, Chanel Scapers and Mona Bartel, followed by Sloane Stephens and Simona Halep.
Time.
So Zakopalova serving at 3-love. And Babos way out of sorts. Just, I think, was looking for the call off the serve. Was close to that service line, but just need to keep going. Zakopalova just now allowed to do what she likes. Just completely lost the wind, dropping that ball short. Keep tracking towards the ball, but wasn't sure what it was going to do.
Let's first service.
The conversation continuing at the back of the court. Babos saying, I really can't do anything here. Just try and make some inroads, but at the moment, it's hitting a brick wall. So Zakopalova rolling along, racing away. 4-love now in this second set.
Zakopalova leads 4-2.
Up next, Elena Vesnina of Russia and the 4th seed, Yaroslava Shvedova.
Fault.
So for Babos now, it's just trying to make some inroads. 4-love is going to be difficult to get back, but it's not impossible. Hold serve here and then try and make the most of the conditions from the other end of the court. And that deficit can be quickly turned around. Maybe try something different, get into the net where possible.
Correction. It's good.
And that won't help her mood. Not one bit. But the point had to be replayed. Zakopalova did have a play on the ball.
40. Babos. Zakopalova leads 4-1. Time. Let's first service. Fifteen love. Love. Thirty, 15. Forty, 15. Forty, 30.
So Zakopalova a point for 5-1. Just a commanding lead. Babos struggled for rhythm today, but been allowed to get into that rhythm. That's better. The highlights have been few and far between for the Hungarian, but that's a lot more positive.
Yes.
She needs to get back, then those are the opportunities that she needs to take and has taken. It just gives you some sort of indication of how well Zakopalova's been playing.
Advantage, Zakopalova. Yes.
Disappointed, but that's just Babos working her way back into the match and finally able to really open the shoulders and really go for her shots. Realises time is running out.
Game, Babos. New balls, please.
So, Babos, a break of serve. Could this be a little shift in momentum? Babos has been a little more positive in the last couple of games. Will benefit from serving with new balls, and certainly down the left of your screen there. Score updates. Maria Teresa Toro Floor 5-4 in the second set after dropping the first to Bojana Ivanoski 6-0. Now, really starting to get that into rhythm, get that momentum going. It's taken a little while. Remembering that Babos has only played one match so far in 2013. So the expectation was Zakopalova was going to be into it pretty quickly, having reached a final already this year. Has Zakopalova got enough of a buffer to get over the line in this second set? Babos has lifted. And another ace. Very much back into this match. Zakopalova, though, still with a break of serve, 4-3 in the second set.
Time. Love. So the problem for Babos is still down a break of serve, even though her game is lifted. Zakopalova serving at the better end of the court. It's tricky for both players, but a bit of relief at the grandstand in that Zakopalova is serving from.
So Zakopalova very comfortable on serve. Pressure back on Babos now, trailing 5-3, so needs another big service game here. Pretty comfortable in her previous service game, but swing down that end of the court, conditions a lot gustier. And she adjusts back to that, because get back to 5-4 and put the pressure back on Zakopalova. Well, this is the strongest the wind has been for the week so far. So the task, huge one ahead of Babos now. And so just blowing the nets. So for Babos, it's a readjustment, putting the ball back into court, and still have the advantage by serving. No matter if there's a bit of speed taken off the serve.
30.
Well, it's played pretty well in this second set. Certainly the latter stage of this second set. But now just going to struggle with the ball toss on her serve. There's a double again, so after fighting her way back, it's now 3 match points for Klara Zakopalova. That'll do it. The big gusts of wind just helping that backhand. 6-4, 6-3 the final score. 1 hour and 8 minutes on court. And the number 3 seed continuing her good form early in 2013 through to the second round of the Moorilla Hobart International. And setting up a meeting with Svetlana Peronkova in the second round. So confirmation of the score, 6-4, 6-3. And really for Zakopalova, pretty comfortable in the end. Babos was struggling to find a rhythm in the windy conditions. Down 3-love in that second set. Zakopalova did start to put the foot down. Babos did come back, but it wasn't enough. Zakopalova, an assured performance and sending a warning to the rest of the field. She will be tough to stop. Klara Zakopalova, 6-4, 6-3. And we look forward to our next match coming up on centre court. Elena Vesnina of Russia taking on the 4th seed, Yaroslava Shvedova. That's coming up next here at the Moorilla Hobart International.
And we have 3 tennis balls which Klara has signed, and one of them has an A on them. And if you get that one, you've got 2 tickets to the women's final. And you can see the guys in the amplifier box up the back there. That's where you go and get your 2 tickets from.